This past week, Jason Fair got feedbacks from students on campus about SGA's shuttle service. After hearing what they had to say, he interviewed SGA Senator Neil Heckman to discuss possible solutions for the service offered.
Xavier University's shuttle service consists of two 24-passenger shuttles that operate on fixed routes on and around campus. The blue line circles around the local neighborhoods of Norwood, including Montgomery Road, Ivanhoe Avenue, and Clenay Avenue. The gray line, on the other hand, travels around certain areas of campus and parts of North Avondale. The big stops include the R2 lot, O'Connor Sports Center, and the Village. While taking a ride on the gray line, I learned about all the different stops along the way and how the driver of the shuttle believes that changes need to be made to make the students safer. One example was going back to the old way of dropping students off at the exact locations they needed to be. I took time to catch up with some students on campus to get their perspective on the issue.
Just the one thing that kind of irks me is a lot of times they have, specific stops that they have to make, and you might want to be at a house that's farther down the street, but they'll stop and they'll make you get off at the stop, and then as you're walking, they will drive by you and by your destination. And when it's cold outside, just seeing that happen it's very upsetting.
I think a big problem is that most people don't know where the shuttles, startup or pickup points are, and most people don't know, when the shuttle runs, what time, it's supposed to be at each stop. And then another problem, the shuttle on weeknights don't follow the routes. I mean, sometimes they're very nice and they will take students to wherever they need to go, which is very nice. But you might have students waiting at a shuttle stop and they're not going to get picked up when they're expecting to be picked up.
Finally, I brought up the shuttle issue with Neil Heckman to find out what SGA can do to remedy the situation.
Well, SGA works with administrators, and together we collaboratively come up with a route and we pick the stops for the shuttle. So basically, everywhere the shuttle goes and everywhere the shuttle stops is essentially determined by someone on student government or the entire board and a few members of the administration.
Okay. What can SGA or yourself do to possibly fix the problems of bad stops on the route or only having one shuttle next year?
Next year we are definitely only having one shuttle, and that's in hopes of getting more people to use it during the week, because on the weekend it's used a lot. It's used to maximum capacity, but during the week it's hardly ever used. So it's almost financially irresponsible to have one. And it's also greener and better for the environment to only have one. I am currently meeting with Dean of Students, Dr. Luther Smith, and I formed a committee of students trying to get their input about where they think the shuttle should be stopping, where it shouldn't be stopping, and also the best markers of how it's going to stop.
This is Jason Fair reporting for Xavier News on Channel 18, The Muskie.